Why are the things that hurt us most the things we can never control? Isn't it a wonderfully, beautifully painful thing to live in this accursed world of ours? These are the main messages that come across when watching films such as Ma Rosa and Iska, films that portray the reality of what it is to live in the Philippines, where corruption is so embedded in the system that it can almost pass off as a culture. The films highlight the struggles of impoverished people living in a system exacerbated by structural violence, such as corruption. In the following sections, we will highlight the sustainable development goals covered in this movie.
The first point of analyzing the movie is first is discuss struggles as a printer and also as housekeeper. It is evident from throughout the film the character has two occupations and the needs to prioritize their family's household, specifically on providing to Dongdong. And also her obligation as going to the University of the Philippines as well as assisting a fellow professor. So as you can see throughout the film, the problem of labor in the Philippines is really evident and also apparent into how this significant problem also affects numerous people across the country in terms of employment and unemployment. And the next point is Dong Dong's situation as a person. The character has a health condition which had a profound impact on their situation. So, furthermore, this has been shown that there's still a large of substantial individuals in our society continue to exhibit in a different lenses of understanding or have a varying response towards individuals with health concerns. And throughout the film, it was shown that there's different reactions towards assessing the situation of Dongdong as a person. And lastly, the ironic ending. Um, there was a part in the film that where Iska was accused by her neighbors into quote unquote maltreating Dongdong by confining them or confining the character at their home. The conclusion of the film was really unexpected for us. That because it was very ironic due to the circumstances and many factors throughout the film. This pushed the main character Iska to do what was accused upon her. That's why the result of Iska being compelled to restrain Dongdong towards the latter portion of the film, which is this unfortunate and because of the circumstances arise, owing the absence and need in backing from her family and society. This is personally ironic perspective too.
The key points in this film include a family's love, corruption of the system, and the ending scene. Although Rosa and her husband engage in drug trafficking within their community, it demonstrated her commitment as a family member to support the well being of her family. The children of Rosa showed their devotion by undertaking several obstacles in order to secure the release of their parents from prison. The film has depicted the profound impact of a corrupt system on individuals' lives. The film depicts the coercive actions of the police officers against the family. In particular, the cops having demanded a hefty sum for bail is a systemic injustice to people in poverty who only fall victim as a result of their circumstance. In the final scene, we see Rosa contemplate her life as she finds temporary comfort in a street food stall, her eyes reflecting the sadness of an anticipation of further misery that may arise from the corrupt police, and perhaps pondering how they will be able to repay their debts. The scene ends leaving you with an unsettling feeling of relief that although her ordeal might be over, at the same time, a realization that life might just become more difficult than it already is.
Both films depict families' love as a way of protecting and redirecting their respective families from various troubles and pressures that put them to test. However, given with the incessant cycles of economic and social pressure, The lives of both families are underprivileged. In Marosa, highlights the SDG number one, no poverty, which the film delves into the harsh realities of financial desperation to the extreme measures taken to provide for one's own family. This desperation adversely affects the family's health and well-being, tying into SDG number 3, which is good health and well-being. All while Rosa's role as a mother and provider underscores the gender-specific challenges she faces, aligning with SDG number 5, which is gender equality. The film also brings to light the vast societal inequalities, showing how poor are disproportionately affected by corruption and lack of access to justice, which is reflected to SDG number 10, which is reduced inequality. Furthermore, the film critically examines the corrupt police force and the judicial system of the Philippines, calling for stronger and more equitable institutions, which is in the line of SDG number 16, peace, justice, and strong institutions. Concerning ISKA, the pervasive issue of poverty, which is obviously um, in SDG number 1, no poverty, and the challenges of providing adequate care for her grandchild with special needs in a resource scarce environment. This is tied as well with the SDG number 3. Um, Iska's role as a primary caregiver brings attention to the additional burdens faced by women, emphasizing the SDG number 5. The film also highlights the systemic neglect and lack of opportunities for people with disabilities alongside their caregivers, advocating for greater inclusion and equity, which relates to SDG number 10. ISKA's interactions with various institutions reveal the bureaucratic inefficiencies and systemic barriers that hinder the access to justice and support for the unprivileged, calling for a effective and compassionate institutions in alignment with SDG number 16.
And concluding, both films have a profound impact, providing a comprehensive insight into how the authentic reality in the Philippines. The film emphasized the central theme of family love, which serves as the driving force from both Iska and Rosa in their efforts to provide and care for their families. As the characters advance in their journey, the legacy they leave behind will be shaped by how they express their love while navigating through various circumstances and the difficulties of the realities faced by the unprivileged. Iska showed how unwavering determination in the face of various challenges, including labor issues and conflicts with her husband. She remains steadfast and focused in her love for Dongdong. Similarly to Rosa, resorted to illegal actions to support her family. In conclusion, regardless of the challenges individuals may face in life, it is vital to bear in mind that our unwavering commitment to our loved ones will always motivate us to preserve on behalf of our family.